Yeah.
My last question, because I have to stop.
Right.
I read out a quote. Because we haven't discussed the sound and the songwriting yet, more based on guitar now. I love all our albums, but I think in the past we've maybe been guilty of making really beautiful things that were so smooth you almost slipped of them.
That was Dougie.
Hmm?
That was our bass player that said that.
Okay, but I think it's,
Alright, I think it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you explain the sound on this album compared to previous ones?
It's done really quickly. It's done as a live band. It's about the energy between four people. It's about the joins and the gaps. And I think when you play live, that comes. And like in the past, we sort of worked on songs, and you work on top of songs. You know, when you produce them, or especially the last record, there was a lot of work that went into that. And I think this time we just wanted to capture how we sound, you know, sort of together.
Yeah,
and not cover that up in anything, you know.
But this quote, so smooth you always slip off the edge of it, is true certainly for some songs that when you get stuck in the studio, and you work it and work it and work it in the studio. This is going back to what you're saying. You start. You take it too far, you know. You sand the nose. You sand the nose off the thing. On the last, I would say the last album.
Without disrespecting the song.
No, the whole last album, the Boy with No Name, suffered from that because we spent 2 years on it. You know, it's like there's the songs I could sit and play the song, and it's like, oh, it's a nice song, but the production of the album was just, you know, too much time spent on it. And I think, for instance, today someone asked, you know, someone who just knows you for Why Does It Always Rain on Me, who are just about to listen to the song J. Smith, what do you want to tell them? And I was like, wow. And then I suddenly realised, actually, you know, Why Does It Always Rain on Me is like an old show tune. It's like a musical, you know, like you wouldn't look out of place in Sound of Music or West Side Story or something like that. It's melodic, it's got that kind of thing about it. J. Smith is like a rock opera. You know, it's kind of like, it's still got that same sensibility though. It's still got that melodic thing, and there's a story, there's intent, there's a reason for it to exist. Not just to make money and just, it's a thing, you know, it's got a heartbeat. And when we finished that song, especially that song, we really felt, whoa, this is good, this is, you know, it's kind of validates a reason for actually continuing doing what you do.
So that's why, you decided to write the whole album with electric guitar? Because of that first song?
No, oh yeah, in a funny way, no. Chinese Blues, the song Chinese Blues, the first song on the album, was a demo I played the guys, and it was like, when it starts, it's like, bam! And it sounds like the first song on the record, and it's like, you go, what does this record sound like after that moment? Which starts off very like, kind of like Gimme Shelter, or, you know, Oasis-y type vibe. It's going to have electric guitars, it's got to have electric guitars, but we made sure that it had to have, don't sacrifice melody in this kind of grander sort of idea of what the album is, which is kind of like a musical novel, like a book kind of thing. And it's no surprise that the cover of the album is actually from a book in the 60s. It's like an image. The eye is from this book by Roald Dahl.
Why specifically this image?
Because it's just cool.
So no deeper meaning?
Yeah, it's just, it was an eye, and I think this eye is kind of like, for me, this
window to the soul.
Yeah.
Eyeing on the future.
Yeah, and it's a very, very sort of, the eyes are so, like Andy said, it's the window to the soul. And the story's about this guy and his life.
Redemption of his soul.
Okay. Anyway. Thank you for your time.
No problem, thank you. Thanks a lot.